Thank you, Jean. A 23-car pileup in Weber Canyon led to the death of a truck driver. The California man tried to get away from the danger and fell off a bridge to his death. Fox 13's Kelly Chapman has the details on the fatal accident.
Fog, snow, and slick roads.
I was having a hard time standing. I almost fell like 3 times when I was up there. So it was really slick.
A weather combination that isn't so friendly for out-of-practice winter weather drivers.
This early in the season, to have this much stuff going on, it tends to happen simply because people aren't used to it.
Trooper Eric Prescott with Utah Highway Patrol was on duty early this morning, bracing himself for a messy commute when around 6:20 a.m. he got a call about a single vehicle accident.
I came across the bridge, it hit the barrier, and it actually caught on fire.
Moments later, that single-car crash up Weber Canyon became the scene of a 23-vehicle pileup.
More cars started crashing behind me, and it just ended up piling up.
19 cars and 4 semi-trucks strewn across the westbound lanes of Weber Canyon at milepost 90. In the darkness of the early morning and falling snow, a sight nobody could believe.
And I was just kind of standing there feeling helpless, like, what do I really do in this situation?
The bridge the cars lost control on was described as a sheet of ice. Knowing that nobody would be able to stop, people tried to take cover.
People were getting out of their vehicles and trying to get out of there.
The accident is still under investigation, but according to the Highway Patrol, one driver got out of his truck, perhaps to help others or to get out of his semi-cab before oncoming cars would hit him. That man jumped over a cement wall barrier that did not have a platform on the other side, falling to his death.
He fell probably about a distance of about 100 feet.
2 drivers had to be extricated from their cars. 4 others were transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. In all, a scene Trooper Prescott says people can learn from.
People just need to be attentive to their speed and the conditions out there.
Kelly Chapman, Fox 13 News, Utah.
At last check, according to UHP, I-84 is still closed in both directions through Weber Canyon because of that accident, but crews expect to have the accident cleared within the next hour.
Non-stop news at 5. A winter storm blasts the Wasatch Front, having deadly pileups, spinouts, and power outages. And it's not over yet. This storm is throwing Utah a 1-2 punch.
And we have team coverage tonight. ABC4 meteorologist Curtis Ray is in the Weather Center tracking this new storm that's headed our way. But first, ABC4's Jonelle Merrill is live with our big story, a deadly 25-car pileup on Utah's highway. Jonelle?
Well, this crash happened just up the road here in Weber Canyon around milepost 90, which is near the Mountain Green exit. A lot of nasty conditions out here this morning. Wet, icy roads certainly did not help the situation. Now, as a result of this crash, 1 person is dead. 2 other people are fighting for their lives in the hospital. Overnight rain and snow made for an ugly mix for drivers in Weber Canyon early Saturday morning.
Seemed like it was too slick until you tried to stop, then and it was like ice. The road was pretty much icy.
Just a little after 6 a.m., a semi-truck traveling westbound was struck from behind by another semi due to icy conditions.
I looked in my mirror and seen another truck come around the corner and felt him rear end me and hit me and knocked me into other cars and stuff.
One of the semis hit 2 cars, creating a major pileup on the road.
And it just kind of created a chain reaction. Another car came in, and it just kept piling up on the icy bridge.
More than 10 ambulances arrived on scene, along with multiple fire engines. Even UTA buses came in to help transport accident victims. One semi-driver was hauling butane and was concerned about his load spilling all over the roadway.
Got out and checked my load, make sure it wasn't leaking because it's hazmat.
One semi-driver died during the accident, and several people were taken to the hospital. 2 victims are in critical condition tonight. Today's crash is one of the first of the winter driving season, but UHP troopers are concerned with more snow and ice on the way. They have a warning for all drivers on Utah roads.
You know it's cold outside, you know there's moisture in the air, slow down. Give yourself plenty of space, plenty of time. That's the thing that's going to keep you safe in this situation.
P.m. for drivers. It was closed all day because it was such a massive accident. We also learned from police a short time ago that the semi-truck driver who died is from San Jose, California. He was traveling here in Utah, and he was just 28 years old. Reporting live near Weber Canyon, Jonelle Merrill, ABC 4 News.
Thank you, Jonelle. And looking live at Utah's...
Dozens of accidents this morning thanks to this season's first really big dose of winter.
And more than 100 power outages, too. John Hollenhorst has been tracking the effects of this storm. He joins us with the latest. John.
Well, Keith, this is one of the big problems right here. The trees still have a lot of leaves on them. That heavy, wet snow on there weights those branches down, takes down power lines. The good news is that most people who lost power today have gotten it back, but there have been several thousand people who have gone much of the day without electricity. The biggest problems in the Ogden area, where there are still about 1,300 homes and businesses without power. On the highways, it was a chaotic and deadly day. This was the worst accident. It was on Interstate 84 near Mountain Green. Around 20 vehicles, including several semis, piled up on an icy bridge. The driver of one truck climbed out of his vehicle, apparently unhurt, but he slipped on the Jersey barrier at the side of the road and fell off the bridge, dropping at least 50 feet to his death. It all started when one car spun out and a trooper stopped to help.
I was assisting him. His vehicle caught fire, trying to help put that fire out. And as I was assisting him with that, another car spun out up back here. And then it just kind of created a chain reaction. Another car came in, and it just kept piling up on the icy bridge.
Well, traffic was backed up most of the day on I-84, and that led to an unusual and sad accident. A truck plunged into a stopped horse trailer, killing 3 dogs that were inside. There were at least 75 accidents in Salt Lake County, including a man critically injured when he got out of his car on I-15 and was hit by someone else. There was also a 10-vehicle pileup in Provo Canyon. One of the big issues, bridges may be very icy while the roads themselves are only wet. That's what happened in the I-84 pileup. Drivers had a false confidence as they headed out onto that bridge. And so the authorities are also already warning what we hear every year. If you're in these conditions, you need to slow down and take it easy. And with these leaves on the trees, we probably still haven't seen the last of the power outages. Back to you.